This is an excerpt from To Kill a Mockingbird. Atticus was feeble. He was nearly 50. When Jem and I asked him why he was so old, he said he got started late, which we felt reflected upon his abilities and manliness. He was much older than the parents of our school contemporaries, and there was nothing Jem or I could say about him when a classmate said, "My father." Jem was football crazy. Atticus was never too tired to play keep away. But when Jem wanted to tackle him, Atticus would say, "I'm too old for that, Jem."
Our father didn't do anything. He worked in an office, not in a drugstore. Atticus did not drive a dump truck for the county. He was not the sheriff. He did not farm, work in a garage, or do anything that could possibly arouse the admiration of anyone. Besides that, he wore glasses. He was nearly blind in his left eye, and said left eyes were the tribal curse of the Finches. Whenever he wanted to see something well, he turned his head and looked from his right eye.
With these attributes, he was nearly blind in his left eye and left eye with the tribal curse of the Finches. He did not do the things our schoolmates fathers did. He never went hunting. He did not play poker or fish or drink or smoke. He sat in the living room and read. With these attributes, however, he would not remain as inconspicuous as we wished him to. That year, the school buzzed with talk about him defending Tom Robinson, none of which were complimentary. Stir with powerful yarn now. Crouch had his nation that. Shoot you there. Here's no nudge this that. Snug me is just neat as oh. Sick that let's see. For the red snimmer ruin. Så reduction has no one. Ushra. Så stift och sick that. Så far rare. Så vet ni nu. Även på plats luft haknas här. Och en liten slåpan så kröt nummer. Någon därför. När du har så här för. Sick that vi får därför. Eric var ni so sick. That was the only time I heard Atticus say it was the only time I heard Atticus say was naughty about it. Your father's right, she said. Mockingbirds don't do one thing but make music for us to enjoy. When he was nearly 13, my brother Jem got his arm badly broken at the elbow. When it healed, and Jem's fears of never being able to play football were assuaged, he was seldom self-conscious about his injury. His left arm was somewhat shorter than his right. When he stood or walked, the back of his hand was at right angles to his body, his thumb parallel to his thigh. He couldn't have cared less, so long as he could pass and punt.
Ever since I was a little boy, people have enjoyed the sound of my voice. And I figured you either get busy talking, or you get busy dying. The work is really quite easy. Why, even right now I'm just sitting in a chair, sipping some tea and reading from a script. The wall is covered with something that resembles egg crates, except they're soft and spongy. Like a Twinkie. Like a Twinkie.
So after our experiment finished, these were our results. So Brandon, I want to ask you right now.
Yes.
So from the excerpt which was on your left ear, what did you remember what the lady was saying?
Oh, it was a story of when Jim, Scout, and Bill were going over to Boo Radley's house. They're trying to peek into the shutters to see Boo Radley. But they were going through the old man's fence in the backyard. And everyone had chickens. Shortly afterwards, he sends off gunfire, goes after them, thinking that they're trying to steal the chickens. I remember this story.
Okay, you remember this?
Yeah.
Okay, now what about the left ear? What do you remember from the left ear?
Well, I heard heard somebody reading different excerpts. It was sped up twice as fast. There was an echo, and so it was very hard to determine. And then Morgan Freeman talking about sitting in a chair and feeling slimy green walls.
That's excellent. That's awesome. So I want to ask you, Chuck, what did you hear from the right side? We were saying from the excerpt from the lady. What was she saying? The lady.
Something about shutting off. I don't know if you about her saying stuff.
They're all at the left ear.
Atticus. I don't know who that is.
No, but what do you notice from the left ear? Certain pattern?
After a while, it got weird.
Like,
it started jumping ahead of itself and winding itself. It was
so it went in reverse. What else?
In reverse. It skipped itself a few times, and then echoes, and then reverse, and then some kind of devilish talk somewhere through there. I don't know. Something like that, yeah.
Alright. So Casey, I want you to tell me, what did you hear from the experiment, from the right side?
The right side, I heard your voice, and then your voice higher, and then your voice like backwards and forward, and then like Morgan Freeman. That's about it.
Okay, what do you hear from the excerpt from To Kill a Mockingbird?
There's a girl, she was talking about, I don't really know what she's talking about.